subscribe to our YouTube channel for the latest updates. Hurricane Delta is rapidly intensifying today, a Category 2, high end at that. According to the National Hurricane Center's last advisory, certainly the chance that it could already be a major hurricane, and it most likely will be, imminently. Currently at 18 degrees north, 82.3 degrees west, as of 9 AM Eastern Time, October the 6th. There it is, pressure of 960 millibars, moving west-northwest at 15 miles per hour. A stage 6 on the CDPS scale, and we'll show you why here. For the coast of Mexico, Puerto Morelos on Wednesday, we're expecting potentially a 155 mile per hour landfall. Storm size is still remaining fairly small, rainfall potential up at about 6 inches for the Yucatan and also for the US. Maybe more than that for the US eventually. There's the wind field right now, 80 miles to the northeastern quadrant. That's nautical miles, that's the largest radius, which isn't particularly large. 107 miles from Grand Cayman, 358 from Playa del Carmen, 367 from Tulum, 368 from Cancun, and 959 from New Orleans. Hurricane warning in effect from Tulum to Zilam, Mexico, including Cozumel. And this is the current storm intensity. SATI'd earlier with a high 108, I believe it was, and the advanced Dvorak technique there a little bit low at the moment because the eye isn't visible, so that's not so accurate just yet, but I imagine that will change throughout today. Here's the track forecast from the National Hurricane Center, the last update from the 8 AM Intermediate Advisory, 7A, and you can see there the storm progressing northwestwards, and this is where we watch the track very closely because it's expected to make landfall on the tip of the Yucatan overnight into the early hours of tomorrow, and for Cancun in particular, large population center. We've got to watch this very closely as small changes to the track could have big implications. Unfortunately, the model imagery hasn't worked very well today, so we're still looking at what we had on for yesterday, and I'm not sure how relevant this will be at this point, but it still sends the same general messages. You saw what we saw there, gamma devolving. That's certainly been the case. They had a little bit of convection earlier this morning, but not much going on with gamma anymore. There's Delta sweeping by. It will slow down a little bit once it passes the Yucatan Peninsula. Then into the Gulf of Mexico, a secondary peak, probably at Category 4 intensity, and then moving into land as a weakening hurricane, but probably still, maybe even a major hurricane. I think the National Hurricane Center are calling for a Category 2 landfall. Sea surface temperatures ahead of the storm as well are fairly warm. Right where it is right now, extremely high ocean heat content, which is around 50% higher than what it was at this point in 2005. Just for reference, sea surface temperatures 29 to 30 degrees Celsius, and you can see there, again, that's an old model run. We are expecting that the storm will strike the Yucatan Peninsula now. This is what the current models say then on this chart, at least. We've got the current ones for this one. HMON calling for a Category 5, the HWRF calling for a Category 4 there as well, high-end Category 4. And those are probably the ones to look at the most right now, given that this storm is rapidly intensifying and the other models can't keep up. Wind shear is low, sea surface temperatures are very high, relative humidity is decent. And you can see the track forecast there is actually looks like it's moved east a little bit overnight, and still areas like New Orleans looking out very closely for this storm. So here's how it's been progressing over the course of the last 12 hours or so. Can't really pick out the eye on the infrared, but on the unenhanced, but you can see it there on the enhanced infrared where that eye will be. A very small eye, believed to be around 6 miles wide. Pinhole is what they describe it, and that usually occurs with the strongest storms. You can see its influence, it's not particularly large. That means though that this storm will have a really good go at intensification throughout today. So you can join us live on our 24/7 automated hurricane tracker. Just search youtube.com/force13/live. And we'll have live commentary there today at 10 AM and 4 PM Eastern Time.